Hey, what's good everyone? This is MA76B-Ball. Thanks for tuning in. This video I put together, I had a few requests on social media just to provide a few tips here and there for ballers, particularly, to take advantage of time in the house. So this video, it's to inspire and encourage athletes. I'm not a coach, and I'm just sharing tips for anyone. So just starting off with the basic fundamental fingertip drill. The position of your fingers, I don't know how to describe it, but you can see here in the video, it's kind of, I guess you could say, kind of cupping your fingers, and you're just going to be going back and forth, and just your regular fingertip drill. Things to keep in mind though, you're trying to keep your hands, your wrists, and fingers kind of taut, and you're springing that ball back and forth, so there's all kinds of adjustments that you could do depending on your ability. You could speed things up, slow things down. It does get harder as you get lower to the ground there. If you're a very experienced player, then you could go as far as closing your eyes even, and that's a good way to challenge things. Here you have the around the world. I don't know the real technical name, I just called it around the world. What's really key here though, you're really trying to work the ball around without catching your body, or catching the ball on your shirt or whatever. So you'll be working the shoulders, the arms, and with all of these drills you're also keeping your core muscles engaged, and keeping the stability in your torso without getting too wild. Going around the knees, again, just keeping the ball away from your body, working shoulders. It's a pretty good drill to get some upper body workout going. So just going back and forth, up and down, and if of course any other variations you could think of, implement them. This one, around the world, around your head, is kind of an awkward feeling for me, but you can see there, that's what it is. With all these drills, you always want to go right to left, left to right. As soon coming up, you'll see some drills going around the leg, and you want to do left and right leg, and again in both directions. Going in both directions, you kind of find out which way is a little more challenging for you. So if you've got to concentrate a little bit more, focus more, you might want to slow down the pace. What's super key in these basic drills is not the quantity, it's the quality. So if you have to slow it down, hey, slow it down. You could go off a timer. You could do these things for 20 seconds, 30 seconds, a minute. You could go, I guess, by counting sets, going around one leg 10 times and the other leg 10 times, etc., etc. So now we got our figure eights, going back and forth through the legs. This one in particular, you really have to make sure that ball is clearing those legs. Now I'm going reverse eights here, which is a lot trickier for me. So I slowed down the pace to make sure it's quality, and doing my best not to catch my leg. Another variation here, sitting in the chair and just doing around the world. Probably what really inspired me to make this video was also the fact that maximizing time. You may not work on your game too much when you're at home, so here are things that you could do. I'm doing this roughly at midnight, and I've actually just come back from playing basketball, and my family's asleep downstairs. So here are drills that you could do to continue to work on handles, arm strength, a little bit of upper body strength and core strength, and all these kinds of drills. You're just getting more and more and more ball feel, and getting used to having the ball in your hand. Again, you can see the ball just a little while ago just caught on my legs, so trying to focus on keeping the ball around, whether it be your leg or your torso, and not letting it catch anywhere. Picking up the pace a little bit there. This is a tricky one. So the reverse 8 in a chair. This does a lot of shoulders, picking up the arm high above the leg and around down low. and then reverse. Or actually, this would be the regular direction. So another thing to keep in mind during all these drills is where to look. You can see here I'm slightly looking forward down to the ground. So again, just depending on your experience level, you could look at the ball, you could look at the ground. Ideally, you want to be looking straight forward. That would be the probably the biggest challenge is to look straight forward and not to look at the ball or your hands. So now I'm doing a little around the whirls and putting in a little bit of a variation through the leg and stepping forward. This one I just came up with on the spot. So sometimes I'm just going down 2 times, or I'm stepping every single one. This was definitely an odd feeling for me, but that's probably one that I'll work on. So here's one that's definitely requires a lot of focus and breathing and control of the body. Now you can see this obviously requires a lot of core strength, abdominal strength, and just body control. Now I'm doing figure 8s through the legs. So this will, it's kind of 2 birds with 1 stone. So you've got ball control, feeling the ball, and obviously some abdominal exercises. So getting into basic shooting drills that can be done at home. Just lying on the ground, and you can see what's real key is getting the elbow under the ball, getting that elbow in, and that's proper shooting form. That's just basics, shooting 101 right there. Get a feel for it. You want to make sure you're snapping that wrist and holding that follow through. And one thing that's key is when that ball leaves your hand, it's got to be off the index and middle finger. So, don't worry about how high it goes. You want the ball to come straight back down at you. You don't want to have to move your arms to catch the ball. So sometimes there's a few shots here where, it goes off center. Now, big challenge for us shooters out there is working on your left hand. Again, just to build strength in both arms, familiarity with being able to shoot with your offhand. Again, don't worry about height. You're working on form. See the elbows under the ball, it's a snap, and that one's off center, so that's what you're trying to avoid there. And the last challenge here is for hand-eye coordination, and just working on shots 2 balls at a time. So thanks for tuning in. If you found at least one drill here that's helpful, then I'm pretty stoked on that. Keep grinding, grind till you shine. And thanks for tuning in. If you liked the video, subscribe, like, and definitely leave a comment. Take care, everyone. Peace.